Hey guys, I just wanted to record this quick video before you start your exam tomorrow. I know the Frustum question hasn't come that frequently recently, so I have a very strong feeling that this is going to come. A lot of kids get confused about the Frustum question, so I just wanted to record this quick tutorial about how to solve a Frustum question in case it comes. So as you can see, the question says diagram shows a frustum made by removing a small cone from a large cone. So the frustum is this shaded part, okay? It's not the cone, it's the shaded part. So when you remove the top part of the cone from a big cone, it leaves the frustum. So this frustum has a height of 4.5. The height of the cone that was removed is 7.5. Radius of the original cone is given as 4.2. We have to work out the volume of the frustum. So to work out the volume of the frustum, what you will do is you will find the volume of the cone, like the original cone. Then you'll find the volume of the removed cone and subtract the two to get the volume of the frustum. So volume of frustum is volume of big cone minus volume of small cone. Okay. Now to find the volume of the big cone, we need the height. So total height is going to be 4.5 plus 7.5, which is 12 centimeters. So that is your total height over here. Now for the volume of the small cone, we need the small height, so we have that already. But we need the radius as well. As you can see, this radius is not given. This circular base is the base of your small cone and is the top part of your frustum. A lot of people think that, oh, what if we half 4.2, that would give us the radius of the small cone. That's incorrect. There is no indication of that given the question. The question also says it's not drawn to scale. So it's not drawn to scale. We cannot assume that the top circle is half of the bottom circle. That's completely incorrect. We have to work out the value of this radius in order for us to solve the question. So for that, the concept of similar shapes come. So if I draw the cones, these are your two cones. So for the small cone, we have the height. For the large cone, we have the height. For the large cone, we have the radius. For the small cone, we don't have the radius. So this is 12. This is 7.5. This is 4.2. And this is missing. So since both the cones are similar, because the small cone was removed from the big cone, so it's literally from the same shape. So they are similar cones. So we use the concept of similar shapes, whereas height of one shape divided by height of the second shape equals to radius of the one shape divided by radius of the second shape. So 12 divided by 7.5 equals to 4.2 divided by R2. So R2 is going to be 4.2 times 7.5 divided by 12. That equals 2.625 centimeters. So that is the radius of the small cone. Now we can easily find the volume of the small cone, then find volume of the large cone and minus them to find the volume of the frustum. So volume of large cone is going to be 1/3 times pi times r square times height minus 1/3 times pi times 2.625 squared times 7.5. Plug it in the calculator. It's going to give us a value of 167.5 centimeter cube. So that is how you solve a question for a frustum. They can also test you on find the surface area of frustum. For that, obviously, we need the slant line because we need to find the curved surface area. So we'll have to find the area of the top circular base, the bottom circular base, and the curved part. So you would use Pythagoras for that. And I've already discussed that in the 3D trigonometry video, which you can access at the link above. So this is all you need to know for a frustum. If you have any questions or confusions, please leave a comment. I'll help you out. If you understood everything, please like and subscribe, share this video with your friends. And don't forget to check out the other videos in this playlist. I hope this video helps you in tomorrow's exam, and hopefully there will be no paper leaks tomorrow. So best of luck, guys, and I hope you guys do well.